This is the Energy Shift Show podcast, where we talk about spirituality and how to live your best life today. All it takes is a shift in perception. Hello, beautiful souls. Deb here, and I'm so excited you're joining me for today's show. As CEO of the Harmonic Sovereignty Studio, my goal with the podcast is to motivate you by sharing insights and also take you along as I speak to knowledgeable people that I have found inspiring to me throughout my years as an energy medicine practitioner and intuitive guide. I cover topics that I'm passionate about, all things under my 3 pillars of attune, anchor, and amplify. Attune into your energy and your inner wisdom to gain clarity on what truly matters for your passion in life and your well-being. Anchoring grounds your insights with practical tools and daily rituals that support sustainable, soul-aligned growth. And amplifying, well, that elevates your impact and vitality by expanding your energy, sharing your gift, and creating lasting change from a place of alignment. Now listen up for this exciting episode to begin. I will read the disclaimer. This podcast and the topics discussed stem from my own curiosity and desire to learn and should never be taken as direct medical advice. I am not a doctor, dietitian, nor any other medical professional. Please always consult your trusted provider regarding your health and your wellness. Welcome to the Energy Shift Show. I'm your host, Debbie Sodergren. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 elements, the 5 frequencies, taking a deep dive into elemental food therapy. Today we're arriving at the final episode in this 5-week series, and I'm feeling so much gratitude right now. Gratitude for this work, for Lainey Wolkin, for the SIFT training that ignited this whole series, and most of all, for you, my listeners. You showed up for listening and for doing the work. We've traveled through cravings as channeling, the vibrational signature of food, soul blueprints, the consciousness of cravings, and today we're going into the root architecture of it all, the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. This, my friend, is ancient wisdom. It predates modern nutrition by thousands of years, and it is as relevant today as it has ever been, perhaps even more so, because we have lost the thread of it in our modern, disconnected relationship with food and nature. So, I'm doing my part in assisting you, and together, let us bring it back. The 5-element system appears across many of the world's wisdom traditions, in Ayurveda, in traditional Chinese medicine, in indigenous earth-based healing systems. While the specifics vary, the core truth is consistent. All of existence is made up of the 5 fundamental qualities of energy. And when those energies are in balance within us, we experience health, vitality, and flow. And what we eat is one of the most powerful ways that we can work with elemental balance in our bodies, because food comes from the earth. Food is, by its very nature, elemental. It is literally made of the same stuff that we are. SIFT incorporates 5-element living as a framework for understanding our relationship with food on an energetic level. Each element has foods, flavors, organs, emotions, seasons, and frequencies that correspond to it. And when we know our elemental constitution, which elements tend to run high or low for us, we can eat in a way that genuinely supports our balance. So let us walk through each one of those, each one of the elements. Let's start with earth. The earth element is about stability, nourishment, groundedness, home. Its frequency is slow, dense, and sustaining. Earth element foods are roots, literally and figuratively. Root vegetables like beets, carrots, sweet potatoes, parsnips, grains, legumes. Foods that come from deep in the soil and carry the frequency of the mother, of being held, of having enough. When your earth element is deficient, you might feel anxious, ungrounded, and unable to settle. You might be constantly reaching for something, but you never feel satisfied. Earth foods bring you home to yourself. The next element is water. The water element is about flow, about emotions, depth, intuition, the subconscious. Its frequency is fluid, receptive, yielding. The water element foods are juicy. They're fluid. They're cooling. Cool as a cucumber. You've heard that saying before. Melons, seaweed, fish, anything with high water content. They carry the frequency of letting go, of allowing of emotions, and allowing emotional ease, more importantly. When your water element is deficient, you might feel emotionally stuck. You might feel dried out, drained, creatively blocked, fearful. Water foods invite flow back into your system. The next one is fire. The fire element is about transformation. It's about passion, power, digestion, for both literal and metaphorical. Its frequency is activating. It's bright, upward moving. Fire element foods are warming spices, ginger, turmeric, cayenne, citrus, anything that ignites and moves energy. They carry the frequency of courage, action, and the capacity to transform what you take in. When your fire element is deficient, you might feel lethargic, cold, indecisive, unable to digest life. Fire foods reignite your inner flame. The next one is air. The air element is about movement, breath, communication, lightness, connection. Its frequency is quick, expansive, and inspiring. Air element foods are light and airy, fresh greens, sprouts, herbs, foods that carry the breath of life. They carry the frequency of inspiration, of fresh perspective, of being able to take in new ideas. When your air element is excess, you might feel scattered, anxious, ungrounded. And grounding foods bring balance. When deficit, you feel heavy, stagnant, and unable to think clearly. All right, the next element is ether. The ether element, it's sometimes called space. It's the most subtle. It's the field in which everything else moves. Its frequency is vast, still, transcendent. Ether element foods are the most spiritually refined. Fasting, pure water, light foods, foods eaten in ceremony, in prayer. They carry a frequency, the frequency of connection to something greater than the physical. When you eat in presence, in gratitude, with conscious intention, you are activating the ether element. You are recognizing that food is not just material, it is sacred. So, how do you know which elements need attention in your system right now? Here's a simple way to begin. Look at what you've been craving or avoiding this week. Have you been avoiding root vegetables? Your earth element might be asking for attention. Or you might be avoiding groundedness itself. Craving spicy, fiery foods? Your fire element is calling. Drawn to watery, cooling foods? Your water element needs to flow. And look at how you're feeling emotionally and physically. Anxious and scattered? Earth and water. Lethargic and unmotivated? Fire. Rigid and stuck? Air. Disconnected from meaning? Ether. Your elemental needs shift with the seasons also, and life circumstances with what you are processing emotionally. This isn't a fixed prescription. It's a living, dynamic conversation between you and your energy system. The Food Healing Oracle deck is an extraordinary companion for this kind of work. The cards carry elemental correspondences with the elemental intelligence of the food itself. And if you want personalized support in understanding your elemental constitution and your unique energetic blueprint, please come down and find me at harmonicsovereignty.com. My complimentary energy session is still available, and I would be so honored to work with you one-on-one. So now, I want to take a moment and close this series with a real intention. Over these 5 weeks, we have explored food in a way that I hope has permanently expanded how you see it. Food is not the enemy. Food is not just fuel. Food is frequency. Food is medicine. Food is a messenger from Mother Earth, carrying the intelligence of the elements, the wisdom of the plants, the light of the sun, all of it offered to you every single day. When you eat with awareness, when you listen to your cravings as transmissions, when you honor your soul's blueprint in what you choose to nourish yourself with, you are not just taking care of your body. You are having a sacred relationship with life itself. This is the work that I do. That is what the Energy Shift Show is all about. And I'm so deeply grateful that you were here joining me on this series. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of this frequency. And I will see you in the next episode. So stay tuned for what is coming, because we're just getting started. Stay in your frequency. Stay in your truth. Stay in love with yourself. Until next time, bye for now. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode and it aligned with your frequency and the goal of living your best life, you can connect with me at harmonicsovereignty.com or debbiesottegren.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Debbie Sottogren. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Harmonic Sovereignty Studio. I invite you to send me your questions or comments, or just say hello on social media or email me at debbiesottegren@gmail.com. And remember, a shift in perception is sometimes all it takes for you